Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of Ray's Sports News and Debates. Okay, in today's episode, we're going to be going over games 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals and what we can expect in game 3 tonight in Boston between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. Okay, just a recap of game 1. Golden State had the edge in almost every category through the first 3 quarters. And then, for the first time that I've seen in a long time, Golden State got shot out the gym. Got to give credit where credit is due with Boston. They made their first 7 threes to the fourth quarter, outscored Golden State 41 to I think 18. Like it wasn't close. And the sad part about that is going into the fourth quarter, the Warriors had a 10-point lead. And Boston just went off. Marcus Smart came off the bench, nailed like 2 or 3 in a row. You had White, who hit 3 in the fourth quarter. And the sad part about game 1, if I'm the Warriors, is one, not only did they get shot out of the gym, but Jason Tatum went 3 for 17. First team All-NBA Jason Tatum went 3 for 17 and had 12 points. And Boston won. When your best player goes 3 for 17 and he gives you 12 points. And no, Tatum did give out 13 assists, so prop up to Jason Tatum for that. But if I'm the Warriors, man, and their best player shot like absolute dog water and they still lost, ooh, man, I'm worried for Golden State. But, everyone else on, Marcus Smart gives you 20 plus, odds are you're winning. And, Marcus Smart being the reigning defensive player of the year right now, they had 4 players with 20 plus points, and you had Jason Tatum had 12 points and 13 assists. That's pretty freaking incredible. And nothing against, Steph. Steph had an amazing first quarter, an amazing first half. And Golden State, they just couldn't figure out a plan for him to get his shots in the second half. Boston locked him up. They were like, Steph's not beating us. Steph still had some, points here and there. But, if I'm the Warriors, I think Klay's shooting struggles is a concern right now. I don't think it's enough to pull him out of the starting lineup because I still think Klay is a little bit better than Jordan Poole. Although I think Poole has more of an upside right now because he's younger. But yeah, so, and, when you put up 40 points in a quarter and your opposing team doesn't even hit 20, not only are you shooting them out of the gym, but you're locking them up on defense. Al Horford had an amazing game 1. Marcus Smart had an amazing game 1. White had an amazing game 1. Tatum struggled, but, he went 12 and 13. So, he was getting his teammates involved, even though he really couldn't shoot the ball well. Boston did win 120 to 108. And Golden State still in the first game. Game 2 was a little bit of a different story. Tatum did get his rhythm going a little bit. Curry was, again, great. 28 points to match his 34 from game 1. And like I said, the Warriors win. Curry's got to be your finals MVP. He's got to be. He has bought out both games, and they couldn't go down 2-0 and head to Boston. They couldn't. So they bounced back. They held Boston to 88 points. Curry had 28. And like I said, outside of Jason Tatum, no one else really contributed from Boston. Brown was 5 of 17. White, I believe, was 4 of 13 off the bench. Al Horford had 2 points. Marcus Smart had 2 points. And when those guys are only giving you 2 points, yeah, you're probably not going to, outscore Golden State, who has like a 5-headed monster right now. Golden State did, it was a blowout. Golden State won 107 to 88. And Klay shot the ball a little bit better, at 20 points. But I think the shooting is a concern. I think they do need to focus on getting Klay a little bit more involved in the early parts of the game. Get him a layup, get him a quick jump shot. Klay's one of those guys where he just has to see the ball go in the hoop once or twice in a row. He does that, then he's on heat check mode. Then he starts draining everything. He starts pulling up. He, starts making these acrobatic shots. Curry's going to get his money. Curry, I don't know what the defensive matchup Boston is going to do for game 3. Me personally, I'm putting Marcus Smart on Steph Curry, and I'm putting Jaylen Brown on Klay. I think I'd put the harder defensive assignment on Marcus Smart, considering he is the reigning defensive player of the year, and I think he can lock down Steph Curry. I think Jaylen Brown and Klay, Jaylen Brown can guard him, save himself a little bit more on the offensive end. Because Klay's gonna, he's gonna shoot, he's gonna get his numbers and everything, but with his struggling shooting right now, I think that's the easiest matchup to probably do. I don't think Golden State is gonna go small, which is what I would do. I know they like Jordan Poole coming off the bench and everything, and I'm all for that. But if I'm the Warriors, I think I got to go small, and I think I have to make Boston go small. And I think I would go Curry, Thompson, Poole, Wiggins, and Draymond. And I would try and make that work. Obviously, having Draymond on Horford is probably going to be, one of the more funner defensive matchups to do. But Draymond Green has experience, guarding posts. I mean, he guarded Jokic in their first series, and, he even said guarding Jokic was a very hard challenge for him, but it made him a better player. So I think, Al Horford's probably going to try and post Draymond up a little bit. But I think if you're Golden State, I think you got to go small. You got to go quick. I like Looney coming off the bench if Draymond gets in foul trouble or you want to give him rest. Doing that and, maybe bringing, a couple other guys off the bench. But it's going to be interesting. It's the first game in Boston in regards to, both teams for the NBA Finals. I think in one of my prediction videos, I went Boston, Golden State, Boston, Boston, Golden State, Boston. So I do think the Warriors are going to sneak out game 3 here. I think it's probably going to be 125, Boston 117. But that's what's fun about this series. And, a lot of previous other series, you can kind of predict who's going to win certain games. With these two teams, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get the Boston team that shot Golden State out of the gym. I don't know if I'm going to get the Golden State that limited Boston to 88 points. And really that game 2 performance, was really decided in the third quarter. Because what happened to Golden State in game 1 in the fourth quarter happened to Boston game 3 of the second game. They got outscored 35-14, and 9 out of 10 times you're going to lose an NBA Finals game when you outscored by 20 and a quarter. But yeah, so I definitely think my stars right now, I would say Jason Tatum, obviously from Boston. I think he's done very well the first 2 games, even after struggling game 1, shooting 3 of 17. You're struggling and you're still getting your teammates involved, and he had 13 assists. That makes up for his poor shooting. And then he bounced back, scored 28 in game 2. I think Boston wins. I think Tatum's got to be my NBA Finals MVP right now. I think if Golden State wins, I think it's got to be Curry. Curry's obviously, he's averaging the most points out of any player in the NBA Finals right now. He's, scored 34 and 28, and I definitely think he's going to probably have another 30-point piece tonight. I'm hoping Klay can get out of the funk that he's in. It's just hard because Curry's going to get about 25 shots a game, and then Jordan Poole's probably going to get about 15. It's just hard kind of distributing the shots among that team. That is probably the one problem. And then Wiggins is going to probably shoot the ball about 15 times. And then you got to add in Klay. It's like, But yeah, I definitely see Golden State winning this game. I think they're going to outshoot Boston. And, it's going to make Boston really have to fight in game 4. Because I feel like if either one of these teams goes down 3-1, they're not winning the finals. I definitely think they split here. I don't know who wins game 3 or game 4, but I would go on the more lenient side of saying Golden State is going to take game 3. I think Curry and Jason Tatum are gonna just duke it out. And yeah, but yeah, that is the end of the episode, guys. Once again, thank you so much for the likes and support on the video, guys. We are currently just 31 subscribers away from the big 100. So feel free, drop a like on the video. Okay, subscribe to the channel today. Get us to that goal of 100 subscribers, guys. Once again, thank you guys so much, and you guys have a wonderful day. All right.